Good morning, everyone. So nice to see you. Great to be here with you. As I said in the email that came out yesterday, I thought it would be a great time to revisit our mountain meditation. Um, Mountains give us the reminder to be strong and grounded, in touch with the earth, and at the same time stretch our lofty peaks high so that we can see the vast valley below and have a new perspective. So please join me for this mountain meditation. Go ahead and take your seat and arrive. Give yourself a moment to fully arrive. So that your mind has caught up with your body. Your body is sitting here wherever you are, in your seat, joining us in this Sangha on this beautiful morning. And so just give yourself time and invite your mind to come to the same place so that as your body begins to settle on its cushion, on your chair, your mind can also begin to settle. Experience a feeling of being embodied, having a body, inhabiting a body. Experience toes and feet, legs, seat, hips, torso, shoulders, arms, and hands and fingers. Experience neck and throat, head, and all the sense organs, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the ears, as well as the jaw, over the top of the head. Notice skin and bone, muscle. Notice breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Sensations of breathing at the nostrils, maybe a little lift in the shoulders with each in-breath. Gentle expansion of chest or belly. Yeah. And just continue to breathe naturally. And let the breath just be as it is. No reason to change the rhythm of your breath or do anything fancy with it. Just allowing each inhale and exhale to almost announce the next inhale and exhale. And expand your awareness so that you're specifically aware now of sitting upright and with a sense of dignity. So bringing your attention to the surface beneath you and the support that it provides through your chair, through the floor, ultimately the earth herself. Rooting your body in its strength, becoming aware of your connection to the solidness of your body, complete and whole, feeling yourself grounded with an unwavering resolve. Begin to visualize a grand mountain. Whatever is your favorite mountain that you've loved to gaze upon. First, begin to notice how the mountain and the earth are different, the flat earth, and yet the same. As the earth becomes the mountain and the mountain, as it descends down the slopes, becomes the earth, and there's no delineation of one to the other. And yet, as you drive and look at the mountains, or you stand at the base of the mountain and look up, it seems very much itself. Almost separate from the world around it. So, sitting wherever you're sitting, visualize your grand mountain. Get a felt sense of your mountain. And looking upwards at the mountain, see the peaks piercing the clouds in the blue sky, climbing upward. The air is clear and the sky is endless. The view is endless. Your mountain may have slopes that are jagged or gentle, maybe a little of both. And again, supported by that vast foundation, rooted deep, deep into the bedrock, the earth. Know that this mountain, your mountain, is like a monument to all that is solid, grounded, grand, unmoving, and beautiful. And as you explore around your mountain, notice if there are trees gently swaying in the breeze. Is there snow at the peak? Maybe waterfalls cascading down, leaving a mist that rises into the open sky. However, your mountain is, just let it be as it is. A perfection of creation. And stepping into more of a felt sense of the mountain, imagine that you yourself are a mountain, the mountain, grounded in your posture to the earth, the bedrock of the earth, your head reaching up to the endless sky, just as the peak of the mountain would do, reaching upward, supported by the rest of your form, giving you an awe-inspiring perspective of the landscape before you, behind you, around you, that flows from the center into the distant horizon. Taking on that stability and strength, majesty of the mountain. And from the top of your head as the lofty peak, down your neck and into the balance of your shoulders like cliffs. Descending into your arms and forearms. And coming to rest in the valley created by your hands, by the bend in your elbows. Feel that your feet and legs and hips are the base of your mountain. Solid and rooted beneath you. Feeling this foundation, this core of stability that extends up your spine. The spine lengthens just a minuscule. Reaching the head up toward the sky as the base of the mountain reaches down into that bedrock of the earth. Find that stillness so that the life breath is all that moves you, the rhythm of the breathing. You are a living mountain, alive and aware, and yet unwavering, still. And as a mountain, you are completely just what you are. Beyond words and thought, a presence that is centered and grounded, unmovable. You, as the mountain, witness the sun traveling across the sky, casting light and shadows and colors. Across the landscape. So that moment by moment, as the mountain is still, The surface of the mountain teems with activity and life. As the snow melts, streams come alive, flowers and trees burst forth in bloom. And then as the seasons pass, they die, heading back toward the earth, and then bloom again as the wildlife returns and departs with the changing of the seasons. The mountain will be called by others as beautiful and inspiring. Or if there's a storm, others may call the mountain dark and ominous. And yet the mountain knows that yes, it is all of those things, bright and dark, welcoming, ominous. It knows that it is all of those things, and yet still and constant at the same time. Maybe it is none of those things. It just is what it is, the mountain itself. As you feel yourself as the mountain, you sit and see, watch, feel how night follows day, follows night, over and over again, and the mountain is still solid in itself. The mountain knows the sun by the warmth on its surface. And as the sun disappears into the night sky, the mountain experiences the coolness and the dampness of the dark. And through the night and the day and the changes of light and shadow, warmth and darkness, the sun appearing in the bright sky, followed by night, the moon and the stars, creating that different sort of wonder. And through it all, the mountain just sits, solid, unwavering, true to itself. The mountain is still and true, even as the seasons flow from one to the other into one another. The air swirls from hot to cold. The weather turns from tame to turbulent. Sometimes the wind is so treacherous that it threatens to tear the trees up. And yet, none of this disturbs the mountain itself. The mountain's sense of peace and belonging arises from its core and cannot be disturbed by the harshest winds or the cold or the heat, the light or the darkness. We can learn so much by being the mountain, embodying that sense of the mountain, this centered, unwavering stillness and groundedness, depth, solidness. In the faces of all that changes in our lives, the seasons of our lives, the light, the dark, the wind, the tumult, the blossoming, the gentleness, all that changes in life over seconds and hours and years. And still the mountain sits. And still the mountain sits. The mountain doesn't waver in its strength, nor its connection to the earth. Nor its majesty, its dignity, its very beingness. And we too have weathered many storms, many seasons, many celebrations of light and blooming, many times of hiding and burrowing deep into the earth like the creatures of the night. And just like the mountain, you will continue to experience the changing nature of your mind and your body, surroundings, the world. There will always be periods of intensity, of darkness, of light, activity, stillness. And when the winds of the world, even in your close life, politics of the world or across the world, when the winds batter the surface of the mountain and threaten like the winds to bend the trees over, just remember the passing of the seasons, the night that follows the day, that follows the night. The spring that inevitably blossoms forth again, filling the world with color and light, one season after another. And through it all, you can find that inner mountain anytime, anytime you need to. You can call on the mountain's patience and strength and stability that exist naturally within you. That are not separate from you. Inherent strength and solidness. Inherent dignity and worth. Let your mountain empower you to encounter each moment of your life, each passing day and season with compassion, with composure, and with clarity. Remembering that the clouds will clear, the sun will shine. Rest will come. And feeling yourself once more in human form as you begin to feel your body, your legs and arms, torso and neck and head. Feel free to begin to move around a little bit. And if you haven't done so yet, feel free to begin to open your eyes and take in light and color, shape and form. Look around you and above you, even behind you. Look down at the ground at your feet. Feel free to give your shoulders a little rub or stretch overhead. Mm. And then coming back to our virtual Sangha here. And when you're ready, you're invited to turn on your camera so that your community can look around and see each other's faces. It's obvious reasons. I think that this mountain meditation is so often so helpful. We humans on this planet at this time are certainly experiencing a lot of storms that seem ominous at times. And I think it's easy to get caught in that forest where we literally can't see the trees, can't see the view. And so for this week, I wish you that kind of view from the top of the mountain, the understanding of the strength and stability inside of you that's inherent in you, and that you feel empowered to find your stillness and your perspective, even within the storms. Even within the darkness, that you're able to look up and see the stars and the moon and know that the sun will rise. The seasons will pass. So I wish that for you this week, and I look forward to being with you again in person. And thank you so much for being with us again